This is something you've been asking for a long time. It took me a while to put this together, not because the stories were hard to find, but because most of them were too disturbing to tell properly. Tonight, I've chosen 3 true style stories, all set during school lockdowns in the United States. No exaggeration, no monsters, just real fear. Story 1, Friday, 7th period. It was a Friday afternoon in a public high school in the Midwest. 7th period calculus. Kind of class where nobody's paying attention because spring break is right around the corner. Our teacher was relaxed to relaxed. Instead of teaching, he pulled up a trivia game on a classroom computer. We were laughing, messing around, answering dumb questions. Then the intercom came on. The dean's voice didn't sound right. He didn't clear his throat. He didn't pause. He just said, "This is not a drill. All teachers initiate lockdown immediately." The room went silent. Our teacher shut the lights off so fast I didn't even see him move. He locked the door and motioned us into the corner farthest from it. Nobody spoke. About 2 minutes later, the power cut out. That's when I knew this was serious. Then we heard screaming, a man's voice and filtered rage echoing down the hallway. He was yelling things I won't repeat, banging on lockers, laughing between screams. 2 girls started crying quietly. The man reached our door and began pounding on it hard. Someone sobbed no out loud. The pounding got worse, then suddenly stopped. The footsteps moved away. 10 minutes later, the dean came back on the intercom and told teachers to resume class but keep doors locked. Later, we found out the man had assaulted a staff member and vanished inside the building. A janitor found him asleep in a storage closet hours later. By the time police arrived, he was gone. Story 2, the lunchroom lockdown. This happened in a middle school in California during lunch. It was raining hard that day, overcast, gray, for loud bangs echoed outside. Everyone thought it was thunder until campus security started screaming for students to get inside. Immediately, they pulled us into the multi-purpose room and covered the glass walls with the curtains. Adults stood at every exit. We were stuck there for over an hour. Later, we learned a man had barricaded himself near the school, threatening police and watching students from outside. He was later identified as a registered sex offender. Some kids recognized him. One girl said she'd seen him before on Halloween, cutting his arm and writing threats on his window. In blood, everyone thought it was a decoration. It wasn't. Story 3, the basement office. I was 22 years old and working at my old high school as a computer intern. My office was in the basement, nice setup, no door. During lunch, I got a call from the front office, locked down, possible armed intruder. I shut off the lights and hid under my desk. 20 minutes later, the basement door opened. Footsteps came closer. A man entered the office and didn't turn on the lights. My phone buzzed. A text from my coworker. Guy with a gun shot a teacher. Red shirt, red hat. Don't come upstairs. I looked up. The man standing in front of me was wearing exactly that. I ran. A gunshot echoed behind me. Police caught him seconds later. The teacher survived. The sound of that gunshot still lives in my head. These stories aren't meant to scare you. They're meant to remind you how thin the line is between a normal day and something you never forget. If you're listening to this alone tonight, lock your doors, and I'll see you in the next one.